What's up, you guys? It's Steve here, and major news coming out overnight as we have received word of a new vote that's going to be coming up that will essentially determine the fate of the stimulus bill, the infrastructure bill, and the debt ceiling increase. And this is your breaking news: stimulus check update, stimulus package update, and debt ceiling crisis update. Now, take a look, you guys. I've got a ton of video footage for you today. Schumer sets up a Wednesday vote to suspend the debt ceiling, and yes, we're hearing this is all going to be going down tomorrow, and this will determine the path forward for all of these urgent agenda items for Congress. Now, we're hearing, take a look, Democrats, they're attempting the near impossible, shaming Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell into getting on board to pass this through, and we're hearing it's not likely. And also, take a look at this. I've got some video footage you're not going to want to miss. What Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell had to say yesterday. And you guys, you're not going to want to miss this response where he just gives it to the Democrats, you guys, and it does not sound like he's on board. Now, we're going to dive in and get you caught up on all this video footage, as this is all going to be going down tomorrow. But first, I want to introduce you guys to today's video sponsor that I know a lot of you are going to be excited about, because take a look at some of these comments I've been getting. Steve, you look pale and the background is hideous. Thank you for the constructive criticism. Hey, Steve, you need a background. Steve, you should hang pictures in the background. Put some color in the background. Steve, make a great background. Dude, get a different background. It's too bright. Get rid of the white background. It's blinding. Decorate your space. And Steve, when you get your money, buy some wall decorations. Thanks for all you do, Jim from Earth. Well, you're welcome, Jim. Well, you guys, I see that the Ram fam has spoken, so let's do something about this background, shall we? Shout out to today's video sponsor, Success Hunters. I and the entire Ram fam, as you can see, are very glad you decided to partner with me and help me decorate my workspace. Check out their website, successhuntersprints.com, and right now, 30% off store-wide sale. You can go through the vast variety of different canvases, designs that they have to stay motivated, encouraged, and inspired to keep reaching for those goals and dreams. And I'm really happy with the ones I got. Incredible quality. I got the hustle, grind, and execution combo. Take a look. It's just awesome to walk in and see this every day. It's really going to help me stay inspired and motivated. And I also got the $100 bill one, and I really like this one because when I first decided to change my life financially, I put fake $100,000 bills into my wallet, so every time I reached in there, it would remind me that I was striving to have financial success for myself and my family. So you guys, check them out today. And once again, thank you so much to Success Hunters for helping me get some decoration on my walls. Really appreciate it, you guys. And again, Ram fam, check them out. 30% off store-wide sale. Thank you once again, Success Hunters. So let me know what you think, Ram fam. Is this better? But with that being said, let's go ahead and dive right in and get you caught up on the latest. But before we do, if you could do me a quick favor, just takes a second. If you like and appreciate these updates, don't forget to take a quick second to just smash that like button. I would appreciate it. Helps out the channel a ton. Just lets the YouTube algorithm know that you think I'm doing a good job. And in turn, they're going to continue to promote my channel and my videos. Also, leave your comments down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on all this, and share this out if you think it's going to help out other people. Also, if this is your first time here, don't forget, hit the subscribe button and turn on that notification bell. Come join the viewing community. Come join the Ram fam, we like to call it. I'll keep you up to date on all this stuff: stimulus, Congress, the economy, infrastructure, unemployment, so that way you know what's happening right now. And there's a lot going on, you guys. And also, if you got any specific questions for me, be sure to shoot them to me in the DM on Instagram at SteveRam3, which is by far the best way to get a hold of me. I'm very accessible. It's easy to get a hold of me. Just shoot me a DM on Instagram. And yes, I go through all my own DMs. Give me a little time to respond because I get a lot of them, but I'll go through and I'll do my best to get you any answers to any questions that you have. And always use caution here on YouTube, because we get a ton of comments and scammers come in. They try to pose as me. They take my picture. They put Steve Ram and they claim that they're me, and then they ask for your personal information or for you to donate the money. You guys, that's not me. Okay, I don't have a WhatsApp, I don't have an assistant, and I don't randomly ask you to give me money in the comments, okay? I'm just here to get you caught up on the latest. So with that being said, let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and dive right in, get you caught up on the latest on this new vote that could be determining the fate of stimulus, infrastructure, and the debt ceiling increase. All right, you guys, so first up, let's take a look at this video footage of what Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer had to say. Then we're going to be looking at a response from Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell, and then we're going to wrap it all up with a response from Majority Whip Dick Durbin. So let's go ahead and take a look at this video footage.
Now on the debt ceiling. Before the end of this week, the Senate must get a bill to the president's desk to address the acute crisis of the debt limit. President Biden was crystal clear in his speech this morning. If Republicans don't get out of the way and let the Senate take action now, our government will in all likelihood enter default for the first time ever. Sadly, the Republican position as the party of default has now become so extreme that they've blocked every single attempt to prevent a default from happening, putting our country in serious, serious danger. They've gone so far as rejecting their own requests for how the debt ceiling should be raised. Their own requests. We're putting those in action. They're now saying no. Why do you think? Why do you think?
Well, there you have it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer. And we actually, yes, did hear this from the president yesterday. I reported it to you guys as he said that Republicans needed to get on board and stop blocking Democrats from allowing this to pass, because they're saying that right now, if Republicans would simply let them pass through a simple majority vote, that the debt ceiling increase could happen this week. However, we're hearing Republicans say no, that all of the spending, all of the debt, all of the inflation, all of the stimulus that's taking place is due to Democrats being out of control, and they want nothing to do with it. And they're saying if Democrats want to go ahead and continue to do this, that they also need to increase the debt ceiling on their own. And we actually heard from Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell on this as well. And you guys take a look, and it does not look like he is going to be supporting that vote tomorrow. Take a look at what he had to say.
So now our colleagues have moved on to yet another new argument that is equally flimsy. Now, they claim they'd be perfectly happy to handle this responsibility with 51 votes done one way, but they'd rather risk the nation's credit than doing it with 51 votes a slightly different way. Two different ways to achieve 51 votes. I'm not kidding. This is the position they're taking. The president said it today. The reconciliation procedure would be slightly more inconvenient, they said. A few more days, a few more votes they'd rather duck. The Democratic leaders running America are saying with a straight face that the entire U.S. economy should live or die based on the procedural convenience of Washington Democrats. Now, I've got no problem using the party line process over and over and over to spend trillions and transform the country. But now, for this purpose only, they suddenly and mysteriously find it unappealing. Democrats could not be more capable of handling this on their own. Just months ago, the Democratic leader won new powers to reuse reconciliation over and over. They don't even need our consent to set a vote at 51 instead of 60. They need even less help raising the debt limit than majorities needed in the past. So trust me, Madam President, if Republicans were sitting on a hidden veto power to stop reconciliation bills, you would have heard about it way back in the springtime. The majority doesn't need our votes. They just want a bipartisan shortcut around procedural hurdles they can actually clear on their own. And they want that shortcut so they can pivot right back to partisan spending as fast as possible. They want a bipartisan shortcut to get right back to more partisan hardball. And Republicans have spent 2.5 months, this is no surprise, 2.5 months ago, explaining that this is the way they needed to go forward on the debt ceiling. This unified Democratic government is having trouble governing. They couldn't even pass the bipartisan infrastructure bill, which the president negotiated and the Speaker of the House promised would pass last week. The majority needs to stop sleepwalking toward yet another preventable crisis. Democrats need to tackle the debt limit. We gave them a roadmap and 3 months' notice. I suggest that our colleagues get moving. Now, on an obviously related matter, speaking of Democrats' reckless taxing and spending, this unified government is behind closed doors, brainstorming ways to make inflation even more painful for American families. Their next reckless taxing and spending spree is packed with radical left-wing policies and the biggest tax hike on the American people in half a century. So far, the bill is more than 2,400 pages long, but it can be summarized in just 4 words: hurts families and helps China. Hurts families and helps China. Wasting trillions and trillions of dollars on socialism would be a bad idea any day, but it's a uniquely bad idea at a time when American families are already being hammered by inflation and soaring costs.
Wow, there you guys have it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Strong words from Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell, and you guys, it does not look like he is going to be on board for that vote tomorrow. Now again, let me know your thoughts, but we're hearing this is still going to be happening. Take a look, you guys. Link in the description below to this article that just came out. Schumer sets up a Wednesday vote to suspend the debt ceiling. Now the article says that Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer will try on Wednesday to advance a debt ceiling suspension bill amid an entrenched stalemate over the nation's borrowing limit. Now Schumer on Monday night, last night, he teed up a vote for Wednesday where he'll need 60 votes to break a filibuster and move forward with suspending the debt ceiling through December of 2022. So you guys, they are still trying to do this, and they're going to need 10 Republicans to get on board, and we're hearing they don't have it. Now, before the end of this week, the Senate must get a bill to the president's desk to address the acute crisis of the debt limit, he said. Even a near miss can have dramatic consequences. Every single day that we delay taking action, we increase the chance of doing irreversible damage to our global financial system, our economic recovery, and trust in our country's ability to pay its debts. However, Republicans have repeatedly signaled that they have no intention of allowing a majority vote on the debt hike or helping them to get the 60 votes needed to break the filibuster. And Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell on Monday reiterated that it was up to Democrats to raise the debt ceiling, as we saw in that video footage. Now, you guys, we're hearing October 18th, they're estimating is going to be the day that the United States is going to be running out of money. Now, this vote tomorrow is going to be crucial for not only the debt ceiling increase, but also infrastructure and stimulus, because we're hearing that if this does not go through, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer is going to have to admit the fact that the only way that they're likely going to get this done is through the process of reconciliation. Yes, it means the debt ceiling measure will have to be included in the stimulus bill, we're hearing, which could delay it 3 to 6 weeks, and the infrastructure bill is now tied to stimulus, so all of them are connected, which means all of them will likely be arriving sometime in November. However, we're hearing the deadline is October 18th, so it is very possible right now that the United States, for the first time ever in history, could be entering a default. Now, you guys, we're also going to be taking a look at some video footage that came out from Majority Whip Dick Durbin. Take a look as he's going to be summing up his thoughts on what's happening right now with the debt ceiling.
The government will no longer be able to pay its bills on October 18th. Republicans say they're not going to help you at all, and you're going to need to raise the debt limit via what's known as reconciliation, so just with Democratic votes. But Leader Schumer and House Speaker Pelosi say they're not going to do that. So are you unequivocally ruling out raising the debt ceiling with only Democratic votes through reconciliation?
The Republican leader in the Senate, Mitch McConnell, is playing games with a loaded weapon here. He has demanded that the filibuster be applied to the debt ceiling. It may be the first time in history that that's happened. And we've been warned by not only the Treasury Secretary, but by all of the financiers across America, this would be deadly to our economy. It would cost us 6 million jobs. Why? What Schumer has said to McConnell is, if you're not going to lead, if you're not going to follow, then get the hell out of the way. Let the Democrats accept the political responsibility of extending the debt limit. And McConnell says, no, I want to play this game out. Well, he's doing it at the expense of this economy. We're going to get this done, and we're going to do it in a responsible way and face this as soon as we return next week.
So, yes or no, can you guarantee that the United States of America will not default on its debt on October 18th?
Well, apparently, if Senator McConnell has his way, we will not do that, and that would be a disaster, a financial disaster.
But you guys are in
country.
charge. Will you make sure it doesn't happen?
Dana, I want to just add quickly, you're a student of the game. To say the Democrats are in charge of the Senate is to ignore it's a 50-50 Senate, and we need 60 votes if McConnell insists on a filibuster on the debt ceiling. I think he will come to his senses. I hope he will, if he'll listen to the people back home and around this nation who warn him of the dire consequences of his strategy.
Okay, but this is a man who held up Merrick Garland's nomination for many, many months, and that was unprecedented. He has been known to say something and stick with it, despite the pressure that is on him. So I'm guessing you understand him. You're a student of Mitch McConnell as much as anybody, that that's not going to happen, and that the reality is that Democrats are probably going to have to figure this out on their own. Fair?
Well, as I said earlier, Schumer has said to him, you don't want your fingerprints on the debt ceiling, even though you voted for all the spending bills that have created this debt ceiling extension. Well, then step out of the way. Let us do it by majority vote, by Democratic vote. We'll accept that responsibility. The future of our economy is at stake here. And if he thinks he's going to score political points by defaulting on America's debt for the first time in history, Senator McConnell is wrong.
Wow, well, there you have it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. You guys, I'm expecting we're going to be hearing a lot on this before that vote tomorrow, because if they're going to get Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell on board, there's going to have to be some negotiations and some talks taking place, because right now, as you saw, it does not look like he's going to be on board to make this happen. And also, if that's the case, we have a limited amount of time to get that measure in the reconciliation bill that's tied to infrastructure and have all of this passed through. And they're hoping, can we get it done before October 18th or whenever it is that the United States runs out of money. Now, you guys, I'll be sure to keep you up to date here on the channel. I'm expecting a whole lot more information coming out here very soon. And as always, you guys, thank you so much for joining me here on the channel. If you made it this far and you haven't already, don't forget, take a quick moment to just smash that like button. Helps out the channel a ton. Also, leave your comments. Share this out if you think it's going to help out other people. If this is your first time here and you want to stay up to date, don't forget, hit that subscribe button. Turn on that notification bell. You can come join the viewing community. Come join the Ram fam, we like to call it. Also, if you got any specific questions for me, shoot them to me in the DM on Instagram at SteveRam3, which is by far the best way to get a hold of me if you got any specific questions that you want me to answer. And with that being said, you guys, remember, regular uploads Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time is the typical upload time, but right now, just turn on the notifications because updates are coming out by the hour and I'm just pumping out the uploads whenever they come out. So with that being said, though, I will catch you in the next video. And once again, thank you to our video sponsor, Success Hunters. I hope that you guys like the background. I know I really love them. Check them out, you guys. Thank you so much. I'll catch you in the next video. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.